Let's talk some Florida Gator football. I got my man JD Piquel with me, the juice man, juiced up to have him. So we saw video this week of DJ Lagway throwing the football. What we're going to talk transfer portal here. What do you like about what the Gators did on offense? Because just seeing Lagway out there throwing again kind of got everybody fired up.
Makes you feel good if you're a Florida fan, because you didn't want to wait until fall camp to go to Gators Online and check the reports and hear number two slinging it around. So to answer your question, though, Josh, in terms of the portal activity, I was convincing myself from the end of Florida's season that they were going to be active in the portal in both cycles in terms of grabbing skill players. You have spring practice. You hear all the great reviews around J. Michael Sturdivant, who transferred in from UCLA to Florida. Florida beat out Georgia to get his services.
Right.
Dude's like 6'3", 216, breaking 22, I want to say, on the catapult. That's real deal fast. Speeding in most school zones for those that aren't familiar. Bottom line is they love him plus the freshman wide receivers. They didn't need to go to the portal in the spring cycle to go add more talent. So the fact that they feel good about maximizing DJ Lagway with Sturdivant, with those freshman wide receivers, that to me is an incredibly encouraging sign for 2025.
Yeah.
So Sturdivant, to answer your question, is the guy that I'm juiced up about here in this upcoming season.
And he was there for spring, so he got to participate in the Gator offense. What did you hear about his performances?
Talking to the guys at Gators Online, man, they just keep saying he's going to be a true wide receiver one. And a guy at that size, like 6'3", I mentioned 216, you start to think about what his skill set brings on size alone, and you say, okay, he's probably a top shelf guy. Get into the red zone, put the ball up where the kids can't get it, let him come down with it. It's that plus the speed that also makes him a deep threat. So it's the versatility, and again, going back to what I think Florida's whole season will hinge on is how much do you get from number two at quarterback. Right. Having a guy to get the football to, in a lot of ways, makes me excited.
Yeah. And you mentioned at the top that the Gators didn't do too much in the portal, but also if you look at kind of the way that the offseason went, the Gators also didn't lose many valuable players. Yeah. So what does all this tell you? Because it tells me one thing. It tells me that not only the coaches, but this roster believes in DJ Lagway. I mean, you can kind of feel it. Now, whether or not it's the most talented roster in the SEC, that's up for debate. But there's one thing you can't debate. They believe in DJ Lagway.
I think it's a great way to say it. And the fact that they have so much coming back in a year where Florida had a good year, especially relative to their schedule, but we all understand in modern college football, there's probably a lot of guys on that roster getting phone calls from a lot of places around the country. Hey, maybe jump in the portal. Maybe we have a bag for you. So I think it's the belief in DJ Lagway. I also think it's the resources at Florida to be able to retain the roster the way they did. I think that's also got to be a really encouraging sign. So all that's to say, returning production, the way this team kind of took it on the chin the last couple of years and now have a chance to go do something exciting this upcoming season.
And the way they finished the end of the season, rolling into the portal season, rolling into recruiting season, everything's kind of been trending up for the Florida Gators. Gator fans, do you agree? Talk to JD and I. What are your expectations for this UF football team in 2025? Let us know.